Hello in TV land. It's your boy, Freelancer Joe, ready to once again get cracking. You know, I am gonna miss this little sideways thing. I might have to work it in once I get back to my normal location for shooting these things, because I kind of like that. You know, it's a wiki whack. How are you all doing on this fine and wonderful and glorious Wednesday morning? As you can tell by the thing up there, assuming, of course, that my system time is set correctly. Yes. In God's country, this is the day after Christmas, which some people are getting back to work, and some people, like myself, are just chilling and taking it easy. Now, I understand in some locales it's also known as Boxing Day, which I can never tell if it's either some sort of gift-giving thing or if it's like a sports competition. Well, you know, to each their own. To each their own. So how y'all doing? Doing good and fine? Did you have a good Christmas? A great Christmas? A wonderful Christmas? I certainly hope so. Mine was, well, about par for the course, really. I suppose I can't really assess the damage, and I'm referring to the damage as far as to the old gut until I get back to my location with my trusty scale. But aside from that, you know, been relaxing and spending time with family and eating lots of food that I normally wouldn't eat. Actually, that's not true. I would normally eat them for the most part if I just wasn't so concerned about maintaining my girlish figure. But you know, while I'm jibber jabbering, let me go ahead and minimize this. I'm not sure if I'm going to miss this chair or not. Although I did just find out that I can sit Indian style in it, so that's kind of nice. Yeah, Freelancer Joe is not one to conform to most standards. You know, within reason, of course, but when it comes to what I consider a comfortable work environment, yeah, that's sitting in a cube in a chair and your normal slacks and button-up shirt. Ugh. Ugh. Under certain conditions, I guess it could work for me, but most of those conditions are never met. And you know, I'll tell you what I don't like about that particular set of attire. It's just not robust enough. Robust. No matter how hard I try, I always end up catching on something or spilling something, whatever, and staining it and tearing it, and it's like, oh, what a hassle. But like this thing, you know, well, for one thing, I mean, I'm not even paying attention to it, and it hasn't managed to get torn. I mean, we got a couple of burn marks here from when I used to smoke, but I mean, other than that, it's held up for like 20 years? High school, 25 years. I mean, seriously, right? You can't, I personally can't ask for much more from a piece of clothing than that. Something that's comfortable and that lasts. And that, you know, I mean, I'm not saying it looks great, but, you know, I don't look too schlubby. Just mostly schlubby, but not too schlubby. Let's see where we're at. Well, actually, no, if we're not sure where we're at, we'll just look at the editor, because that's going to be the last thing that was open. And template parallax. So if this jogs my memory, as well as my coffee, because I still haven't had my first cup yet, in my wonderful, actually it's not mine, it's found it in the house, Texas. It's a Texas-sized coffee mug, because I have a Texas-sized thirst for coffee. Oh yeah, that's good stuff. Actually, it's Maxwell's. It's not my personal favorite. And I'm sure the real coffee aficionados are or lifting their noses at me and sniffing and saying, Folgers, what a plebeian set of tastes. Hey, as long as the coffee's not burnt, actually, you know, even if the coffee is burnt, I usually take it. As long as it doesn't have the coffee grounds in it. That's the one thing that really turns me off to coffee. Whenever there are grounds in it. Ugh. I don't know what I would compare that to. Alright, so we're in UI template. We're messing with the parallax, and my memory is being jogged. We were doing some tech debt cleaning up, and based on the fact that we have top bar open, I would say we had figured out the on hover for the Facebook icon. But let's bring it up and verify that it's still working. I mean, it should work. But I didn't actually commit the code, so maybe something happened and poof. Somewhat unlikely. But not outside of the realm of possibilities when it comes to Freelancer Joe. You know what? So I was thinking about, let me see, I'm only taking off today and tomorrow. I was thinking about going into work on Friday, but now I'm thinking about not going into work on Friday. I mean, on the one hand, saving the vacation time, and it's not like Friday's going to be that busy or interesting, to be honest. But on the other hand, if you can take a week, why not take a week? And that's the thing to consider. I mean, if you're not really going to do anything, you're kind of doing whoever you're working for a disservice. Then again, if they don't care, that's something else entirely different. Alright, so it looks like we got that working fine. That's still good. And let's see, what was the fix? If I remember correctly, the fix was we had to set the style, which we did, but we had to override the root style for the icon button, which is what we did right here. And we just set the width and height. Button root, width and height. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward. I kind of remember doing that for some other things, but let's move myself over. Yeah. On the one hand, I like having myself at higher resolution, and that means I can have a bigger thing, but take up more screen real estate. But on the other hand, it means I have to move myself around more. And plus, with this sidebar thing, as opposed to the bottom bar, it's a little trickier to correctly place myself. So, but yes, we don't have the button root. We don't have the root class overridden down here on the bottom one. All right, so let's open up. I'm assuming this is bottom. So the one thing about this particular mouse pad is that left click, you have to be somewhat forceful to register it. It's kind of weird. Alright, so let's go ahead and verify that it's the same issue. So what it was before was that I had a style specified. I had the class name specified for the icon button. And it was called, I think, classes button. But one, button wasn't defined, and two, it doesn't matter because that wouldn't change the thing that needed to be changed. All right, so we have so we have class name button, classes.button. So let's check up here if we have classes.button. Classes.button is not even defined. So yeah, makes sense. So we'll go ahead and define button root. Button root. I could just cut and paste it, but I'm feeling froggy today, and I feel like typing. Because, well, once I get back to my normal location, I can use my normal keyboard. And I never did get acclimated fully to using this keyboard. Which is the same, it's a nice keyboard. Like I said, not a fan of the touchpad, but the keys have a very nice mechanical feeling to it, very tactile feedback. So we do not specify class name. Now we're going to do classes. And because we have to do an evaluation, we need the double curly brackets. Do I normally do... I normally do this, right? Seems kind of weird that I normally do that. And I'll check that later. And we are overriding the root class with classes.buttonRoot. And let's go ahead and double check that style thing. Yeah, okay, so that's what I normally do. Alright. This is, I was curious about this. It doesn't seem to refresh. At the CentOS one, it would automatically refresh. It doesn't seem to be doing, no. And it's not doing a hot load. That's an interesting difference. That is an interesting difference. That's kind of unfortunate. I like the hot loading. Hot loading being that Webpack would pick up the file change and then would recompile and then reload. But it looks like I have to. And it's still there, and it doesn't look like it did that. Huh. I wonder if something was updated or if there's just some difference. Wasn't it doing it on the demo, though? Maybe there was something I might have to look into that. I'll have to consider that. So, well, let's close this. And let's restart it. That's going to be annoying if I lost the hot loading. Haven't even finished my first cup of coffee. Haven't checked out my normal news websites. What's going on in the world? I mean, the sky is clear outside and the sun is shining, so, we haven't been hit with an apocalypse yet. At least that I can tell. Power's still on. Internet's still on. So, I mean, it can't possibly be that bad, I guess. And what have we got? Yeah. We have... Verify. Yep, that's still good. And that's going, and there we go. We got that fixed. I don't like the fact that it's doing this, though. Well, but that's just an artifact of this? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And then that was because of the parallax itself. It has some things off screen or... Alright, so that's looking good. Let's see what other tech that we have. We have the typography variant. I know that much. Yep. It would be nice if it told me which variants I was using that were deprecated. Okay, well, que sera. Let's look at it to see where are my. There we go. I'm gonna go look for the typographies. .7.1. Am I at 3.7.1? Let's double check our package JSON. Pretty certain my install script picks up the latest. Which you are 3.7. 3.7. Man, and I just did this install like what? A day ago? 2 days ago? 2 days ago. Is that what do I install? I install the latest, right? Util UI core, I don't specify version, so it should be the latest. Yep. Alright. Well, we'll see. Actually, maybe we should change the version then. That actually has caused me issues before. I would go to this as a reference site, but then I would look at the current version as opposed to the version that I was actually using, so that can cause issues. You want to pay attention to that. A little lesson learned from experience. A pretty obvious one, but one that's easy to forget. Okay. Let's see. So 11 p.m. Alright, here we go. We've got heading, subtitle. I feel like those are the ones I use. Okay, now this is going to be annoying. We're going to have to find all our references to typography and figure out which ones we're using that are deprecated. Hate file, 69 results. That's great. Close that, close that. We will leave top bar open because there are other places that have that particular issue. Alright, so let's start with home view. Typography, here we go. We're using display 3 and display 1. And does display 3 and display 1 use anymore? No. Now we have heading. Okay. Yeah, display 3. Okay. So display 3 is now H2? Yeah, variant H2. Okay. So we will have to... that's going to be tough to remember. Let's write that down. README. Put this over meow. Oh, I already had the README open. Huh. Okay, well, we can get rid of this. And the layout on this keyboard is also a little bit different. Display 3 equals H2. We'll remember that. Or we don't have to remember that because I just wrote it down. So display 3 is now H2. And display 1. What was display 1? I'm going to say display 1 is right before headline. Okay. That's not a good. It's okay. It's 2 down from H2, so it's going to be H4. Display 1 equals H4. I'm definitely going to need to, well, not remember it, but have this written down because there are going to be other places that use it. Alright, that's that. H2, H4, okay, and display 2 is probably going to be H3, duh. $69 places. That almost makes me feel like I should have that configured somewhere. Because that's going to be annoying having to replace. No. I have to do this on everything. Body 2? Is body 2 deprecated? I thought body 2 was still there. Okay, and body 2 is still there. Alright. So I think I just have to replace display references. I guess display is gone. Yeah. Alright, so let's change our search then. Kind of narrow it down. We're going to say our variant equals display, and hopefully that'll be quicker. There we go. Now we only have 7 results. All right, nice. And we got the display 3 and 1. Okay. And display 2. There we go. That's much better. Much better. Okay, display 3 was H2. Display 1 was H4. Oh yeah, this is going to go much smoother. And view 1, view 2. H2. H4. Alright, view 3. H2. I mean, I could probably just do a global search and replace. I'm always iffy on that, though, to be honest. I've had that sort of thing go awry often enough, where it takes me so long to actually go figure out what was changed that I didn't want to get changed, that I would have just saved the time by manually doing it. And you see in this case, I only had to change it like about, what, 10 places? These 7 plus the other 3. So yeah, it's one of those things where trying to be efficient is actually slower than just brute forcing it. Alright, so let's save all. Actually, you know what? I want to see if it does. I'm almost certain it's not doing the hot update. Hot load. Alright, save all. Let's see if multiple changes trip it off. No, looks like the hot update's broken. Man, that is so annoying. Well, it is annoying from a convenience perspective. On the other hand, for a content perspective, it's great because it adds just a little bit more time. So let's close this. And it should open up the other one. New one. Bada boom, bada boom. Now my lower back is feeling better now. Although I haven't done the stretches for the past few days. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. So clearly that doesn't work quite as well as I was hoping it would. Boy, that's definitely a change. Definitely a change. Let's see if we still get that warning about, well, let's see if we get that warning about deprecated typography variants at least. Really? Looks like we still got some issues in there. Alright. Alright, let's do the search again. I thought I narrowed it all down now. Typography. 69 results. Alright, what do we got here? No, that's fine. Top bar. Had H1. H1? That should have been H1. That should have been H4. Maybe that's why that thing looks so bad. That was top bar. Nav bar. Doesn't use it. Bottom bar. We've got... Oh, caption. Caption. Is caption deprecated? Oh, caption's there. And right here. Subheading. Was subheading deprecated? Yes, subheading was deprecated. Okay, and subheading looks like it should probably be subtitle. It's definitely not heading. Yeah, I'm gonna say subtitle 1. Subheading equals subtitle 1. Captions still fine. Captions still fine. Alright, so maybe it was just bottom bar. Let's see what we got here. H1, H2. H2, well, H1, H2, H4. Right? Title. Okay, it was title deprecated. Yes, title is deprecated. So title is above subtitle. So title should equal H6. Title, which is now H6. And this last one is body 2. Yeah, that sounds like that was deprecated also. Yeah, body 2's out. Body 2's right before subtitle 1. I guess we'll make body 2. Wait. Body 2's still there, right? Yeah, body 2. Body 2. Did they rename it to something else? Body 1, body 2. Okay, no, body 2 is still okay. Alright. So that's H2, H4, title, which is now H6, title, which is now H6, and body 2, which should still be okay. So this is probably going to be the same for the other views. H2, H4, title, H6, and title, H6. A bit monotonous, to be sure, but and body 2, which should still be good, and hopefully this is the last one. H2, H4. Huh. Oh, this was different. H3, okay. And body 2, which is still good. Alright, let's close this. Save all. I'm not gonna, well, actually no, I probably won't spend the time on camera trying to track down how to get that hot loading working again. That's the sort of thing that gotta be like a 1-minute fix for like a couple hours. And there goes my morning coffee. Boy, after having so little coffee these past few days, I wonder if I'll have a heart attack when I switch back to my normal routine. I doubt it. I doubt it. Freelancer Joe is made of fairly stern stuff, believe it or not. Not entirely true. I'm a bit of a softie. Okay. So, the format looks a little bit better. Everything's looking okay. Let's see if we get the warnings still. Web developer, web console. Huh. It's still complaining about deprecated variants. Alright, but I just did a search for all typography variants. My guess is this is body 2. This one's kind of funny, because body 2 is listed in the valid ones, right here, and it's also listed in the deprecated ones. Which is very odd. You know what? Maybe this is something that was fixed in, let's double check. Maybe this is something that was changed in the later release. Style, typography. Body 2 still there. Body 2 still deprecated. This is tough figuring out which one of these guys is actually still tripping it. It can't be the headings. So it's got to be something in home view, bottom bar, or top bar, but caption wasn't deprecated, right? And caption's still there. Unless it was changed. Caption looked... Caption is variant caption. Variant caption, no. Wait, subtitle 1? Subtitle 1 was good, right? Subtitle 1. Subtitle 1. Alright, probably the quickest way to do it is, alright, let's, let's not render the top bar or the bottom bar. Let's isolate things. Render, so we'll comment on this entire thing. Interesting issue, tracking down what exactly is causing it. So we will just return div. Same with bottom bar. Alright, and so if that's the case, if it's one of those, then we shouldn't get the warning here. And if it, so stop that, restart it. Now, looks like we're running out of time too. I'm not sure I'll be able to narrow down exactly what's causing it. And that's kind of interesting. It's no big thing. I mean, I could just leave it be, but we're dealing with technical debt right now. And once I solve it, I mean, it applies to all the other templates, so those will be quick fixes. Changes, because nothing's broken yet. Did I save all? I did not save all. Save all. Let's try that again. My keyboard, I would just hit to, what is it? Control S to save all. Could have sworn I did that. No, I didn't. Because I'm not used to saving all. So home view is going to come up, but it's not going to have top bar or the bottom bar. Let's see if we still get that warning. Okay, we do still get the warning, so it's something in home view. Stop this. Close this. Close this. Something in home view. Something in home view. Well, we know it's not H2 or H4. That's fine. It's got to be body 2. Alright, so let's change this. Now let's change this to H5 just to see. Just to see. If that's not the case, then, well, we'll have to save it for later. Later being tomorrow. And I don't think I should be leaning here. I should actually be leaning here because this is where the mic is. Come on, give me some good news. No. Alright, so the next step's basically going to be going through it piece by piece. I'm just going to comment out all the typography references until I finally see who's stripping it. But we are way past the 30-minute mark, so I'm going to wrap it up for now. Cool words about liking and subscribing, commenting, and suggesting. I hope you join me for tomorrow as I continue going through this. If you're the type that's celebrating Boxing Day, I wish you a happy Boxing Day and try not to lose any teeth. And I hope you join me next time. And that until the next time you join me, that you take care and God bless.